Invite a Budget Blinds style consultant to show you how to transform your rooms just by changing your window coverings. Canada's #1 choice for window coverings. Visit budgetblinds.ca today.
Tonight, protecting communities. Crews continue to battle flames in northern Saskatchewan. Plus, decreasing wait times. A new permanent MRI service calls a border city home. And tools of the trade. A new center at Lakeland College provides training for those who use horses in their agriculture operations.
In sports, crash and bash. With the Colonial Days wrapping up, the annual Demolition Derby took place this afternoon at the Lloydminster grounds.
This is Newcap News with Bart Podjasic.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. Fire crews in northern Saskatchewan are working to protect communities from several large wildfires. Officials say a fire near the town of Orange has merged with another fire and it is now almost 100 square kilometers in size. Those fires have displaced more than 13,000 people. The Saskatchewan government is urging people who've been evacuated to check with their insurance, which should cover expenses while they're displaced from their homes. Teams of private and industrial firefighters have come to the province to help contain the fires. And a rapidly growing wildfire in Alberta's Jasper National Park forced evacuation of more than 80 people from the park, and a total of 1,000 people were told to leave the area surrounding the wildfire.
Visitor safety, public safety, and safety of facilities is always going to be our #1 priority.
We came by yesterday and you could see the mountains, and now you can't because of all the smokes.
The fire is not threatening the town of Jasper. Plenty of smoke, but the wind has so far driven the flames away from the town. The fire, just 15 kilometers from Jasper, mushroomed from 200 hectares to 5,000 in a single day. It's one of 99 wildfires raging in Alberta. Almost a third of them are considered out of control. A municipal employee in northern Alberta has been charged with accessing and possessing child pornography. Police say Phil Walding, who is 50, is a chief taxi inspector for the rural municipality of Wood Buffalo, which includes Fort McMurray. Officials with the Alberta Law Enforcement Response Team say Walding was arrested by the Internet Child Exploitation Unit. His Fort McMurray home was also searched. The charges are not believed to be connected with Walding's employment with the municipality. Well, an early afternoon crash north of Glassland today has left a 29-year-old motorcycle rider dead. RCMP say the victim was driving his motorcycle north on Highway 4 when he collided with an SUV traveling south on the same highway. No word yet on what caused the crash. Collision reconstructionists have been called from Prince Albert as police continue to investigate. It's another shot at decreasing wait times at the Lloydminster Hospital. A permanent MRI service is now in the city. Using the new stationary MRI will create more access to the mobile MRI system, which was only in Lloydminster once every 5 weeks.
So if you got on the list, waiting for a year means waiting through all those 5 weeks of waiting. And then you're limited to those 5 days in that period. Whereas now it'll be, you can pretty much pick the day.
And conditions weren't ideal for the mobile MRI setup, especially in the winter. Mitchell says the new location is more comfortable.
It's a little more private. It's very modern, very well equipped. A little more privacy for the patients as well.
The stationary MRI is covered by healthcare.
If you were to go there without a referral through us, you would have to pay for that service. So the reason the doctors do it through us is that we have the ability to provide that service free of charge.
Hospital staff say booking with the Lloydminster Medical Imaging Clinic is the same process as the mobile service. Well, schools have been out for a few weeks now and students are free for the summer. Many are heading out of the city for summer camps, but kids don't have to go far. The Lloydminster Cultural and Science Centre is running their week-long summer camps once again. During the camps, kids do a variety of art activities. Pottery has gained popularity in the past year, and they're opening a week-long camp this summer instead of a few days like previous years.
This year we did a whole week-long camp, and then you come back later in the month once your piece has been bisqued to glaze it. Then you get to decorate it, and it's kind of nice. And there's a lot of techniques that you can learn to do with pottery. And because we are a cultural and science center, we wanted to have that focus back on the arts and the culture and the science.
Stefanik says these camps are a good way to keep kids busy during the summer.
It's something structured without being school. So you still have that structure in the summer, and you still have that fun aspect without it being school, and you get to come to a different place.
For more information, you can visit lloydminster.ca/LCSC. The Equine Centre at Lakeland College in Vermilion provides a vital training option for those who use horses in their agriculture operations. Its students develop skills that make them marketable across the country, or across the industry rather. Gerard Lampau has this report.
We had 18 horses, and that was quite a challenge because Herb had at least that many horses.
From humble beginnings in 1984, the Equine Centre at Lakeland College has grown to provide critical training for the feedlot sector, but its students benefit from a skill set with wider applications.
There's a large industry built around showing and competing on horses, and I think lots of our students become part of that industry as well. But understanding what it takes to go get a job done on a horse and be able to train a horse for a specific job, I think makes them better adapted.
Ryan Rode now works at a feedlot north of Lloydminster. While at college, he did agribusiness and was a member of the rodeo club.
Working at the feedlot there, we're working cattle every day, and I'm training colts on the side and trimming horses and stuff, and it's really helped out.
Herb Little and his wife Nita were a vital part of this program from its early years, with both students and horses staying at their ranch. Lakeland College remains indebted to their generosity.
He had a number of students always keeping horses at his place, and if they needed a horse to ride, Herb would probably go and find a horse and put them on it.
The Ranch and Cow Horse program runs from September to April. Ron Hoffman describes it as putting the human or the art into the science, as there are places you can go on a horse that you can't go on a quad.
Even though we've become a pretty mechanized and technology-oriented age, we still have had a hard time replacing the person on horseback to look after cattle.
Gerard Lampau, Newcap News.
And Brett joins us on a desk fresh from Colonial Days. I don't know if you can see it on camera still. There's a little sticker on his hand just so he can get back in. But it's only chuck wagons we've been talking about all week. Destruction Derby too. It's a great sport.
Yeah, the Demolition Derby took place this afternoon, and there was tons of fans there. It was a nice hot day, lots of cars, and even trucks were there smashing into each other. It was quite the afternoon, and a lot of fans were loving it. So we'll have a story for you of how the Demolition Derby went coming up after the break. Stay.